Good day, my name is Yong. My matrix number is 273962. Today, I would like to present the chapter 1, which is the safety and health movement. Guys, do you know what is the difference between the safety and health? Safety is about preventing accidents that cause physical harms, while health is about preventing diseases that cause bodily and mentally harm. So safety means that accident and injury, while the health is disease and illness. The second differences between the safety and health is safety is usually the effects is immediate, whereas the health is normally take time to show negative effects or chronic. Next, do you know what is the difference between the safety and security? Safety is accident-free and injury-free, while the security is vandalism-free and violence-free. Safety is to avoid accidents, whereas security is to avoid violence and vandalism. For example, safety is we protect the machine and the workers, while the security is to keep the machine from being accidentally damaged. Okay, for this slide, guys, do you know what the history of safety movement starts how many years ago? Okay, it starts from a very long time ago and it's around 4,500 years ago. History starts with the era of the King Hammurabi, and it has been practiced and studied thousands of years ago. So, safety and health is not a new field of study. In this slide, it shows that the chapter 1 of history of occupational safety and health and the contribution of development before industrial revolution, milestone in the safety movement, strategies that changed the safety movement, role of organized labor, role of specific health problems, development of accidents prevention programs, development of safety organizations, and the safety and health movement today. For this slide, we will talk about the contribution of major civilizations. Who is the King Hammurabi? King Hammurabi was the 6th king of Babylon but the 1st king of Babylonian Empire. The size, location, and military strength of the realm left to Hammurabi made it one of the major powers in Babylonia. During his reign, Babylon was known as one of the most holy cities in Mesopotamia, and within the first few years of Hammurabi's reign, he had established peace throughout the realm. The contribution for the King Hammurabi is the code of law, which is an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This means that whoever commits an injury should be punished in the same manner as that injury. And he also contribute on the medical side and compensation for injuries. Next, for the ancient Egyptian, guys, do you know what is so special about the Ramses II? Ramses II is the most successful and most powerful of all pharaohs. He is the 3rd king of 19th dynasty. He continued to lead military campaigns that saw many victories, and he is remembered for his bravery and effective leadership over the Egyptian army. During his reign, the Egyptian army is estimated to have total some 10,000 men. He was also an extremely popular leader. His successor and later Egyptians called him the great ancestor. He declared himself as a god, but the Muslims do respect him, but his action in proclaiming himself as god or the greatest deity may make the Muslims don't like him. Okay, for this slide, we will talk about the Roman Empire. Rome also introduced public baths and public toilets that do not have such facility in their respective homes. With aqueducts, clean water is drained to houses and the employment sector. Cleanliness is well maintained, and Rome also introduced a beautiful water-style sewage system to prevent bacterial diseases, feces, and waste. Rome was defeated by Sultan Muhammad Al-Fateh in the Battle of Constantinople in 1453 years. Next, for the Islamic Empire, do you guys know contribution of the Islamic Empire towards safety and health? They contribute developments of knowledge and practice in medical field. Al-Razi and Ibn Sina were known as the greatest medical scholar and practitioner and father of modern medicine. It is in this age that there is a great improvement in the world of health. Countries and after countries are building club hospitals. Ibn Sina says that movement can replace many medicine, but no medicine can ever replace the exercise. Next, the below shows that the years that happen contribution of major civilizations, contribution of major diseases, contribution of major accidents. Okay, in this slide, we will talk about the contribution of major diseases. Arthroposis is caused by the accumulation of carbon in the lungs due to repeated exposure to air pollution or inhalation of smoke or coal dust particles. Next, the silicosis is a long-term lung disease caused by inhaling large amount of crystalline silica dust, usually over many years. Silica is a substance that naturally found in certain types of stone, rock, sand, and clay. Working with these materials can create a very fine dust that can be easily inhaled. Once inside the lungs, it will cause the swelling, inflammation, and gradually leads to area of hardened and scarred lung tissue fibrosis. Lung tissue that scar in this way doesn't function properly. Next, for the apoptosis. Apoptosis is a serious lung condition caused by long-term exposure to asbestos. Asbestos is a fiber-like material that was once used in buildings for insulation, flooring, and roofing. Its use has been fully banned in the UK since 1999. While asbestos can be dangerous, it's not harmful if left alone, but if material containing asbestos is damaged, it can release a fine dust that contains asbestos fibers. When the dust is breathed in, the asbestos fibers enter the lungs and can gradually damage them over time. Lastly, for the mercury poisoning refers to a toxicity from mercury consumption. Mercury is a type of toxic metal that comes in different forms within the environment. The most common cause of mercury poisoning is from consuming too much metal mercury or organic mercury, which is linked to the eating seafood. Small amounts of mercury are present in everyday foods and products, which may not affect your health. Too much mercury, however, but it can be poisonous. Okay, for the contribution of major accident, it has Hornets tragedy, Bhopal tragedy, Chernobyl disaster, and the Bright Sparkles fire. While the contribution of scholar is Aurelius 1550, Agricola, Ramazzini 1700. While the contribution of Union is fellow servant rule, contributory negligence, and assumption of risk. After going through various strategies and cases that claim many lives, occupational safety and health management is an established field of study based on the concept of 3 E's. So what is 3E? 3E is engineering, education, and enforcement. For engineering, when we talk about engineering, we talk about designs of factory, equipment, tools, workplace, and etc. Everything should be designed by taking into consideration safety of people. So when we talk about a safe building, safe machines, safe equipment, safe tool, safe work practice, and etc. And this is we'll call engineering for safety. Next, for the education, we also need to educate everybody at workplace with the assumption that if people know, they will behave accordingly and act safe. Lastly, for the enforcement, what should we do with this type of people to make sure that they follow the rules and SOP? For the example, just like what our government did during COVID case few months ago. When the people that against the rules and SOP, we will enforce the rules and fine them or give them penalty. As a conclusion, our point is that safety and health management should combine three aspects without fail, which is engineering aspect, education aspect, and enforcement aspect. So that's all. Thank you.